what my fellow African fellows didn't teach the Americans is that in Africa, you don't speak after your elders. In Africa, I can't speak after Jim, you know. But then, as they say, when in Rome, you do what the Romans do. So I'll take this rare opportunity to speak after an elder. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, Mandela Washington Fellows of 2025. Good afternoon. It is a deep honor and a great privilege to stand before you today in celebration of a journey that is only just beginning. We gather in this historic chapel not only to reflect on the past weeks, but to look ahead toward the future you are destined to build. 11 years ago, the Mandela Washington Fellowship was launched as a cornerstone of President Obama's Young African Leaders Initiative, a bold commitment to support the aspirations of young Africans determined to transform their societies. And for 11 years, the Presidential Precinct, William and Mary, and other American partners have nurtured that commitment, investing in thousands of African changemakers like you. But this fellowship is more than a professional development program. It's a powerful accelerator of Africa's own vision, Agenda 2063, the Africa we want. Agenda 2063 is the Africa Union's strategic blueprint for inclusive growth, sustainable development, and continental integration. It envisions an Africa that is prosperous, peaceful, driven by its citizens, and a strong player on the global stage. This vision rests squarely on the shoulders of young people, on your shoulders. You, the fellows, embody the very essence of this agenda. Whether your passion lies in public service, entrepreneurship, education, or civil society, you are the architects of Africa's transformation. And this fellowship has equipped you not just with skills, but with perspective, networks, and a renewed sense of purpose to lead that transformation from the front. As Africa stands on the cusp of demographic and technological shifts, your generation is uniquely placed to steer it toward a future defined by dignity, innovation, and sovereignty. The choices you make, the solutions you craft, and the values you uphold will shape the trajectory of our continent for decades to come. You are the bridge between what Africa is and what it must become. A generation not content with inherited problems, but inspired to craft bold solutions. A generation that refuses to wait for change, but becomes the change. As a Mosotho, by the way, Mosotho is not only my name, but it's also my nationality. So in this sense, I'm not saying it as a name, but as a nationality. As a Mosotho, I come from a nation that, though small in size, is rich in spirit. And as I often say, Lesotho may be landlocked, but it is not opportunity locked. Likewise, you may come from places with challenges, but you yourselves are the solutions Africa has been waiting for. You carry within you the boundless potential and ideas that Africa urgently needs. The ties between our continent and the United States are long-standing, not only through diplomacy, but through trade, education, health, climate, and mutual respect. The Mandela Washington Fellowship is a shining example of this partnership at its best. One that is not extractive, but empowering. One that is not one-sided, but reciprocal. I wish to extend heartfelt thanks to the government of the United States, not only for initiating and funding this flagship program, but for affirming through it that America sees Africa not through the lens of charity, but of partnership and shared destiny. This commitment to investing in Africa's youth is among the most strategic and visionary choices the US has made in its engagement with the continent. As ambassador of the Kingdom of Lesotho to the United States, I've witnessed firsthand how initiatives like this foster enduring bonds of trust, understanding, and cooperation. When African talent meets American opportunity, the results are transformative. To the Presidential Precinct and William and Mary, allow me to express my sincere appreciation. You have not only hosted this program with excellence, but have remained deeply committed to grooming visionary and authentic leaders. Leaders rooted in integrity, guided by purpose, and driven by the desire to serve. In doing so, you are shaping a legacy far beyond the borders of this campus. And to the fellows, you are no longer just Mandela Washington Fellows. You are continental ambassadors of Agenda 2063 and global ambassadors of Africa's promise. Lead boldly, build bridges, anchor yourselves in values, and never forget that the Africa we want is already within reach, because it is within you. Congratulations, and may your journeys ahead be as impactful as the one you complete today. Thank you.